All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. It's Kyle Vale. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That's four things you need to do. And wow, this video just shows, just the title alone, it shows how bad things really are in this current modern dating market, even across the world. I'm reporting this from the West, but most of my videos are pretty much on the Chinese, but it's a lot of comment here and there. Let's check it out.
Recently, there's a saying that's becoming popular among single men. Dating isn't as good as playing games. I've also noticed that many men nowadays are increasingly reluctant to date. They'd rather stay home and team up with friends to play games than spend time looking for a girlfriend. There's a guy here, born in 1992, who is 1.78 meters tall, has a bachelor's degree, owns a house in Changsha, and earns about 150,000 yuan a year. Not long ago, his mother specifically asked me to help introduce him to someone. Actually, their requirements aren't high at all.
Yeah, everybody thinks their requirements aren't high until everybody else hears them, right?
They just hope the girl is around his age, has a bachelor's degree, is at least 1.6 meters tall, and has a stable job in Changsha. So, I carefully selected a few girls who met these criteria and was ready to arrange
So she's a matchmaker. But does this matchmaker have somebody of her own? Let's see.
for them to meet. But every time I asked this guy what he's busy with, or when he's free to meet, he always answered that he was playing games. Yesterday, I couldn't hold back anymore and asked him, "You're always playing games when you have free time. When will you find a girlfriend?" Guess what he said? He said, "I'd rather play games with my friends than be a simp."
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. That's my dude. I'm going to have to shake his hand. I'm going to take a flight to China and shake this. And then try to hit on the girls that he told that.
He even complained that nowadays, girls either reply with just a few words or don't reply for several days. And when they finally do reply, the conversation ends quickly. He asked me, "What's the point? Dating is too much trouble. Being single is more carefree." And he added, "When I play games, there's a progress bar. I can level up, fight monsters, and I know when I'll beat the game. But when I chase after girls, there's no progress bar at all."
And see, here's the thing. To the gamers out there, I'm a gamer myself, but see, people automatically assume that gamers, they just sit around and do that all day, which is not really true. Because when I was more of a gamer, back in my teenage years, I would only game for like maybe 2 hours after school and then put it up and find something else to do. It's like, yeah, that's just how it is. And the same thing with anime. I'm still watching anime now. I'm kind of more of a retired gamer now, even though I do pick up the controller every now and then, but I'm more focused on my car enthusiast stuff. If you're over there on my Instagram, you'll know what I'm talking about. And the funny thing is, being a car guy, they assume the same thing. You're single, you're carefree, you have no girlfriend. But that's not true, because when you go to the meetups, there's a lot of women there. And a lot of these guys are in relationships and have a kid or two.
It's just too troublesome. From his tone, I could feel his frustration with modern relationships. Who would have thought that playing games had become his way of coping with emotions? Do you also know guys like this?
I wonder if there are any other ladies like me who absolutely hate men playing video games.
Woo! Look in her eyes. I could see the fire in her eyes. She hates men that play video games. So that means she hates anything that takes the attention off of her. So we're just supposed to listen to you complain all day. All right.
I really don't understand why some men can play games all day and all night. What's even more ridiculous is that when he's in the middle of a game and you ask him to do something else, he immediately becomes very impatient.
Because, baby, when you're doing online gaming, you cannot hit the pause button if you're playing with your friends.
Or he'll say, "Let me finish this round." But the problem is, once he says that, you'll have to wait at least half an hour because that round never ends as quickly as you think. Men who play games often lose their ambition.
When I look into this woman's eyes, she has like those anime character eyes. It's cute. But I see a lot of attitude behind that cuteness.
and they become like a salted fish, completely immersed in their gaming world, not wanting anyone to bother them. Some girls think there's nothing wrong with men playing games,
It's
believing
not.
that gaming won't cause any problems. If you think like that, you're seriously mistaken. He might even have a game wife in the game. Don't think that because men are playing games, they're saving money, and it's better than wasting money elsewhere, right? Ladies,
Those games that these guys are buying, that's money they could have used to take these women out on dates, but they chose to spend it on themselves and entertainment instead of wasting time with these women that they know that they're not going to have an interest in once they stop calling or hearing from them, right?
thinking is way too naive. You probably don't even know that he spends more money in the game than he spends on us women. As for those who say if men don't play games, they'll just switch to other hobbies like playing cards or getting into other bad habits, I just want to ask, have you been brainwashed? Why can't he choose a more meaningful hobby, like staying home with the kids, cleaning the house, cooking, or going out to earn some extra money?
Now, those first three, she pretty much demasculated men. Now, the fourth one made a little bit more sense, but the other ones, come on, girl.
Just like I require of my boyfriend, the first condition of dating me is that he cannot play games. Now, his biggest hobby is staying at home cooking, cleaning, texting me when he's free, and he
Beta.
loves reading novels. Isn't this a much better lifestyle?
Beta.
我最讨厌的就是别人打游戏。
I absolutely hate it when men play video games. Let's imagine a scenario. If I were a housewife, busy cleaning the house at home, and I said, "Honey, could you lift your feet?" But he was playing video games, and he would say to me, "Wait a minute, I'll do it after this round." And just like that, he would go on playing round after round, ignoring me the whole time. This kind of situation would fill our daily life with conflict and unpleasantness, leading to a tense atmosphere at home. Therefore, I believe women must address this issue early on. So, what do I expect from my partner? Perhaps I would...
Baby girl, you got a choice. Either you watch me play this game or we go out to the racetrack and you help me put the racetrack tires on my car. I'm pretty sure she'll enjoy that more than video games, right? I'm a fair man, so I'm gonna get this girl a choice. So if she ain't down with neither one, then she got to go.
hope that he is someone who is family-oriented and can provide more support in life, and most importantly, does not have the bad habit of playing video games. My job is quite unique, as I often need to travel abroad for business and rarely stay in the country.
What kind of business? Business for pleasure? There's pleasure involved with traveling. She must be some kind of travel nurse or something, but yeah, I would never take anybody seriously that travels for work. I don't give a damn what the occupation is, because it's a monkey business going on with that traveling.
If a man is looking for a gentle and virtuous partner who is by his side every day, then I am not the right person for him. After all, I hope to retain some of my own space in future life, to continue my work and explore the world outside. I crave freedom and independence, so I need a partner who can understand and support the balance between my work and life. As for the value I bring to the relationship, following the traditional virtues of a diligent and thrifty Chinese wife, I believe I am someone who can manage household affairs well in daily life. I am quite thrifty, and I am also very handy, so I feel...
God damn, you sound like the man in a relationship. So basically, she wants a beta that's going to take care, this is what you call trading places. She's looking for somebody that she could demasculate and talk down to while she does her boss babe shit overseas. That's the vibes that I'm getting from this woman. Yeah.
feel that I should have an advantage when it comes to handling family matters. So even though I pursue professional freedom, I believe I also have the ability to manage a family. Actually,
No.
I've also imagined that if one day I get married, I hope to find a balance between family and work. Maybe traveling once a month would be enough. The rest of the time, I could focus more on family life.
什么样的男人是绝对不能要的？
What kind of man should you absolutely avoid? Maybe I can't clearly tell my besties which men are worth marrying. but I can definitely tell you which men you should never consider. First of all, a man without a stable job who is also addicted to video games is absolutely out of the question. If he not only loves playing games but also spends a lot of money on in-game purchases, then he is even more unsuitable. Secondly, those men who ask to borrow money from you as soon as they start talking to you. No matter what excuse they give, break up with them immediately. Thirdly, a man who is used to giving you the silent treatment and frequently deals with problems by staying quiet.
All eyes on you. So, I mean, yeah. Any dude that's asking a woman for money, that's pretty bad. Damn.
Stay away from him as soon as possible. Fourth, those selfish men who never consider your feelings in anything they do and always push the blame onto you. This type of man must be avoided.
It's her fault I didn't beat the last level. Sorry for all the interruptions, y'all. This video is just cringe as hell.
Fifth, if you've been dating for over a year and still don't know how much he earns each month, stop wasting your time on such a man. Sixth, be cautious of those men who start calling you baby or wife after only a few days of dating, using all sorts of sweet talk to please you. Seventh, a man who is particularly stingy and miserly with you is not worth continuing a relationship with. Eighth, men who have promised you a bright future but have never fulfilled any of their promises. It's time to break up with them. Lastly, those men who constantly mention their mother in every conversation, starting sentences with "my mom said" or "my mom thinks." Break up with these mama's boys immediately.
Woo, she sounded off the alarm. Damn.
After hearing all of this, you might feel like there are hardly any men left to choose from. Indeed, good men are hard to find, so when you meet a man who is worth cherishing, don't let him go easily.
打游戏啊，每个男人都要打游戏。
Playing games is something almost every man does. I really won't accept any objections. Married men can send this video to their wives, and unmarried men can send it to their girlfriends. In short, whoever on this planet doesn't let you play games, just send this video to them. Now, let's first explore a question. What is the ultimate goal of our life?
Before he gets deep into the videos, I play video games, I watch anime, and I'm a car enthusiast. So you could catch me on any three. And any woman that don't like it could pretty much kiss the blackest side of my ass. I can give a shit less.
Is it wealth? Is it status? Is it power? No, none of these. These are merely means to an end. The ultimate goal of our life is actually the pursuit of happiness. So, how can we achieve extreme happiness quickly and easily? A few days ago, I spent 45 yuan on a piece of game equipment. The strongest great sword. From the moment I got this equipment, I've been thinking about going online every moment, gently stroking it with my mouse on the screen. Really, whether it's during work or after work, my happiness has reached its peak. Just imagine if you spend 45 yuan on a date and tell the girl, "Babe, let's spend 45 yuan and go have some fun." She might immediately delete your WeChat, slap you, and think there's something wrong with you.
Did he really say slap you? Oh my God. The world is just really down bad. All over a hobby. All over something that kills time and takes the pain away temporarily. Well, catch me at the massage spot. Shit.
With your brain. But when I spent 45 yuan on a piece of equipment, it gave me 48 hours of extreme happiness in the game. It was really worth it. So, when it comes to playing games, don't overthink it, just play. What you want is that feeling of being fully immersed in happiness. Just play, and keep playing.
我老公说，男人只需98，快乐就能带回家。
My husband often says that a man only needs to spend 98 yuan to bring happiness home. He especially loves playing the game PUBG, and once he starts playing, it lasts the entire day.
Oh.
I once asked him, what's so fun about this game? Isn't it just about picking up guns on a big map and then fighting? He laughed and replied, "You women don't understand this kind of joy."
It sounds like the Chinese version of Call of Duty, but let's go.
He explained that the equipment men get in the game is as important as makeup and bags are to women. For example, a basic handgun is like a Zara bag, while the most famous 98K sniper rifle in the game is equivalent to an LV bag.
Another example. When we pick up a level 3 helmet and level 3 body armor in the game, the satisfaction we feel is like you women owning a full set of La Mer skincare products, plus a bottle of SK2 Essence, making you incredibly happy. He said, "Do you know how great it feels to win in PUBG? In the game, I defeated 99 enemies all by myself. That sense of accomplishment is like when you attend a class reunion, shining brightly and outshining everyone else, looking more beautiful than all the other female classmates combined. Do you understand that kind of joy?" After he said that, I was almost convinced by him and felt a little flattered. So he said, "We men can understand why you women love beauty. Shouldn't you women also understand why men love to play games? And besides, playing games is very cost-effective. 98 yuan can bring joy equivalent to spending 10,000 yuan on a bag. More importantly, where do we play games? At home. We're not going out and spending money recklessly, nor do you need to worry about other troubles. It's both economical and reassuring." Hearing him say that, I was almost tempted to open a gaming account myself.
Ooh, she took consideration. Okay. At least she's trying to understand, so she gets kudos from me.
Conclusion, playing games isn't scary. Compared to maxing out your credit card on bags, PUBG only costs 98 yuan. It not only saves money, but also allows you to stay home every day, making you feel secure and happy.
我为什么一直不喜欢打游戏的男生？
I've never liked guys who play video games, and now I've
Girl, you look like you could be in a video game.
developed an inability to accept them. Whenever I hear about a guy who likes playing games, a strange sense of fear arises in me, completely eliminating any interest in further interaction. This actually stems from a deep psychological shadow left by a guy I once met. We initially met online, and our conversations were very enjoyable. It felt like we had endless common topics to talk about, and our conversations flowed smoothly, even making me feel a special sense of closeness. Eventually, we decided to meet in person, so we arranged for an offline meetup. On the day we met, when I saw him for the first time, I realized he didn't quite match the image I had imagined in my mind. Although the difference wasn't huge, I still felt a little disappointed. At that time, he asked me if I was hungry. I wasn't very hungry because I had already eaten something earlier, but as a girl, saying I'm not hungry doesn't actually mean I don't want to eat.
It means you don't want to look like a fat ass like him. That's what it means. Sorry to be so blunt, but this is a blunt channel, and if you can't take bluntness, then you don't belong here.
However, when he heard that, he directly said, "Then we won't eat."
Oh.
But he didn't understand that my "I'm not hungry" wasn't a complete lack of appetite, it was just a polite response. The date that followed completely exceeded my expectations. We didn't go to the movies, take a walk, or even go shopping like other couples. He directly took me to an internet cafe, and we sat there for 4 hours. Sisters, for a full 4 hours, he was playing video games. At first,
I mean, damn, you could at least went on a walk on a beach or something. I would never take a girl to an internet cafe. At least not at the beginning, but yeah.
I tried to stay calm and patient, but as time passed, my stomach started growling uncontrollably. I was really starving.
Oh, her eyes.
Finally,
Jesus.
I couldn't help but ask him, "Are you hungry?" Only then did he lift his head and say, "You're hungry?" "I'm a little hungry too." "Duh. You know you're hungry, so how could I not be?"
And girls really do this. It's irritating, but it's cute at the same time. But damn, let's just get something to eat so then we not starving later. They do this all the time. If you not hungry, they're not gonna eat.
The most speechless part was when he added, "Oh, there's a place 100 meters to the left that has great spicy chicken. By the way, could you get 2 servings of rice to go? I'll wait for you here at the internet cafe, and
Send
we'll
her
eat
on a
together
mission.
here." I was speechless at that moment, thinking, have I become a housekeeper or a nanny? But with no other option, I went to the place he mentioned, bought the spicy chicken and rice, and also brought him a pack of cigarettes and 2 bottles of Coke. Yes, 2 bottles of Coke. After coming back, I sat with him in the internet cafe and ate, and we didn't leave until it was completely dark outside. Do you think the story ends here?
Nope.
No, it doesn't. The next morning, when I excitedly opened my phone, expecting a message from him with some words of concern, what I received instead was, Wanna go to the internet cafe? Wanna play games? At that moment, I couldn't.
Oh my God. Did I really just hear that? You know, when she first came on, I was thinking she was going to be a pain in the ass, but I actually feel her pain. I'm actually on her side. We got a lot in common. I'm going to have to get her WeChat. All right.
Take it anymore. Without hesitation, I deleted his WeChat. Since then, whenever a guy mentions that he likes playing games, asks if I play, or invites me to play together, I immediately delete and block them without hesitation.
Telling these girls you like to play video games is almost equivalent to you asking her what is her body count. But see, it seems like over there, body count's not an issue. What is an issue is how much you make. I feel like that's none of your business unless we taking it to the next level, but...
That experience left a deep psychological scar on me.
你看，游戏就不会问这种问题。
Many guys would rather immerse themselves in video games than spend time pursuing girls, and there are actually some reasons behind this.
See, if you're a Twitch streamer, if you get enough followers, you can make some good money off of these so-called video games, especially if you're playing online RPGs that are never ending, like I don't know about Roblox, but Genshin Impact, and there's a few others that are very popular. And then you have the major title games, the story games that aren't online based. So you have the online games, and then you have the campaign exhibition games.
First, games don't present them with a series of complex questions or require them to solve emotional problems. You might not know, even a moderately popular game could have cost millions, even tens of millions, to develop, with dozens or even hundreds of engineers spending years designing it. Yet guys only need to spend a few hundred yuan to easily own such a game, and they can enjoy it for a lifetime. So how can girls compete with games?
They can.
Guys not only play one game, but they can also play several at once from morning till night without needing to have meals together, drink coffee, or go shopping. Think about it, how can girls compare to that? If a game makes guys unhappy, they can uninstall it without hesitation, and if they feel like playing it again later, they can just reinstall it and continue. But what about girls? How can they compete with such freedom and convenience? In games, characters respond accurately with just the press of a button. For example, pressing Q will use the Q skill, and pressing E will use the E skill, obediently and without any mistakes. Now, what about girls? Can they be as obedient as game characters? As for appearances, there are countless good-looking characters in games.
Wow.
Open any two-dimensional game, and there will be hundreds or thousands of waifu characters on the screen, none of whom are inferior to real-life girls. As for intelligence and talent, guys only need to open a Three Kingdoms game, where all the strategists are top-tier geniuses, so a girl's intelligence may not necessarily be an advantage here either. Compared to games, the process of pursuing a girl is full of uncertainties and challenges, and the final result may not even be satisfactory. So, this is indeed an awkward comparison.
Why do so many guys nowadays...
You see that right there, ladies and gentlemen? That is a men's sanctuary. And you want him to take all that attention off of those guys and have all the focus on you, which would probably be more of a headache than the video game. I mean, I prefer women over the video games, but these guys are saying... So I'm like, okay, so if you play video games all day, that means you ain't getting none, right? Or unless you go to a brothel or something, I don't know.
Nowadays prefer playing video games rather than pursuing girls. Actually, it's not that guys are unwilling to chase girls. It's just that the cost of pursuing in real life has gotten higher. Today's girls are no longer just looking for an ordinary guy. They tend to prefer tall, fair...
And see, this is what the average gamer looks like. Or guys that hang out in the internet cafes, guys that are in the anime. A lot of times, this is pretty much the description right here. No exercise, just constantly in front of the screen.
Handsome guys who also have a strong sense of fashion, and their outfits need to be stylish. Besides that, they require guys to not be too straightforward and to be romantic and thoughtful.
And see, these gamers are so serious that they're sweating as they're playing these video games trying to get to the next level. Oh my God.
Faced with such high standards, many guys feel they can't afford to chase anymore. Some guys have even walked 99 steps in the path of love, yet the girl still hasn't responded or even refused to take that one step forward. Instead of hitting walls repeatedly in relationships, guys are finding that the fun and satisfaction they get from playing video games far exceed what they experience in love. In the world of gaming, they can become heroic figures without having to endure all the grievances and dissatisfaction of...
You know, I ain't gonna lie, that's a nice setup. And see, being that if you're fortunate enough to rent your own apartment in urban areas, you know, I've seen a lot of nice setups with the video game setup. PC gamers got the expensive gamers chair, steel case desk, gamer's desk. Just a nice setup. It's like these apartments are very vibrant for guys that are just gonna live the YOLO life. And I'm like, damn, you know, versus spending money on somebody else that probably ain't gonna appreciate it. You can just spend that money on yourself and have your nice, touched up, lavish apartment.
Real life relationships. Rather than being treated as a simp in a girl's world, they'd rather fight freely in the gaming world. Moreover, many girls are not looking for a guy who genuinely likes them, but rather their ideal type. And often, the girls whom these guys desperately pursue aren't interested in them. The girls are simply enjoying the feeling of being chased, but real feelings might not even exist. Therefore, many guys naturally feel that instead of wasting time and energy on relationships, it's better to spend time improving themselves. They begin to question, what's the point of chasing girls? It's better to level up in games, unlock some cool skins, and get some fashionable gear. A lot of guys also sigh that being with girls is just too difficult. Girls are too proud, they say, so it's better...
All right, I'm gonna stop this right here. It's not that they too lazy to... They just don't want to go out their way and waste their time knowing that they don't have enough. They just feel like whatever they do for them, they're not going to appreciate it. So they're just like, fuck it, I'll just spend the time with myself and pleasure myself with these video games. I'm like, damn, that's kind of dark, but the goal is to keep busy. I'm sure these guys want to travel too, but let's just play games.
Better to play games. In games, they get feedback, while in relationships, sometimes they get none. Rather than blindly pursuing someone who doesn't like you, it's better to become the best version of yourself in the game world, where you can actually gain a sense of accomplishment and joy.
Look at him smiling. How many guys do you see like that in a relationship smiling like that? Yeah, let me know.
Belongs to you. What do you think about guys giving up on chasing girls and turning to gaming instead? Feel free to leave your comment. I'm really...
Oh, we gonna wrap it up right there, but damn, they really cooked in this video though. Shout out to them. Shout out to China and Varnished. Yeah. This is Kai DeVale. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Salute. I'll catch you on the next one. The next one's gonna shock you too. Watch.